Welcome to the Global Brief. In this episode, we're taking a closer look at the roles of BRICS Group in global climate action. The BRICS nations are among the world's largest economies, and together they represent a significant portion of the global greenhouse gas emissions. So, what responsibility do they bear in the fight against climate change? And how are they addressing the challenge? First, let's talk about economic power. The BRICS countries are a major contributor to global carbon emissions. Their industrial growth has lifted millions out of poverty, but it's also come at a heavy environmental cost. However, with this power comes responsibility. These nations are now investing in clean energy technologies and infrastructure, trying to decouple economic growth from fossil fuel dependence. China, for example, is a world leader in solar energy production, while India is ramping up its wind and solar capacities. But the BRICS nations don't only contribute to the problem, they also face significant risks. The geographical diversity of these countries makes them vulnerable to climate impacts. In India and China, extreme weather events like floods and droughts are becoming more frequent. Meanwhile, Brazil and South Africa are grappling with biodiversity loss and rising sea levels. These shared vulnerabilities gives these nations a unique platform to push for climate justice, calling for equitable burden sharing between developed and developing countries. On the global stage, BRICS is positioning itself as a key player in climate diplomacy. Their combined geopolitical influence allows them to shape international negotiations. At climate talks, BRICS advocates for the principle of common but differentiated responsibilities, arguing that developed nations should lead the way in emission reductions, while developing nations need financial and technological support to transition to greener economies. Of course, domestic policies are crucial too. Each BRICS country has its own national climate strategies, focusing on renewable energy, energy efficiency, and sustainable land use. But balancing economic growth with climate action is no easy task. Take India for instance. While it's making strides in solar power, it still relies heavily on coal. Meanwhile, Brazil faces criticism for deforestation in the Amazon, a critical issue for global climate stability. Despite the challenges, BRICS countries have enormous potential to lead the way in innovative climate solutions. Their investments in technological innovation, from renewable energy projects to sustainable agriculture, could help pave the way for a more resilient future. And through South-South cooperation, BRICS can foster collaboration with other developing countries, sharing knowledge, resources, and best practices to address climate change together. In conclusion, BRICS countries are pivotal players in the fight against climate change. Their ability to leverage economic power, geographic diversity, and diplomatic influence will shape the global climate agenda for years to come. As we look to the future, it's clear that the decisions BRICS nations make today will have a lasting impact on our planet's ability to thrive. What are your thoughts on the BRICS' role in climate action? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching the Global Brief.